younger generation are the key driver.
Okay.
And these people, they're very energetic.
In the past, you started with nothing and you try and make it out in the real world. But with the last 20, 30, 40 years, many of the second generation, new management techniques, new information age, and it's about time for them to step to the plate and do the show.
Sawadika. Welcome to Thailand today, and I'm Kusuma Yotasmut as your host. Human is the single most important factor in any successful venture. Every now and then, experienced managers and entrepreneurs have to make a way for younger colleagues or successors. In a business organization, this means a younger generation or younger family member or one or several children will inherit the business from a very successful patriot. Smooth succession is therefore essential to the survival of all business, large or small. A new generation of entrepreneurs also is building their own business in an increasing competitive environment. So will they be succeeded? Thailand today will have with us today two distinguished businessmen and senior members of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Churdsuwanrak and Kun Kasemsit Pasomsak, will share the ideas and dynamism of the Young Entrepreneur Chamber of Commerce schemes, or YEC. Please welcome Dr. Churdsuwanrak and Kun Kasemsit Pasomsak. Both of them are from Thai Chamber of Commerce on the Young Entrepreneur Chamber of Commerce, or YEC. So very welcome to both of you, Sadika, to Thailand today. Well, I would love to start with you, Dr. Det. Why do we need to have producing young entrepreneur? Because we have such experienced people like you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kun Kusuma, for inviting us to this program.
Thank you,
the Young Entrepreneur Chamber of Commerce, in short, we call YEC. It was formed in 2013.
Which is about how many years
2
now?
years, 2 years ago.
Years ago. Oh yeah, 15 years.
Yeah, now we have about 3,000 members nationwide.
Yes.
Yeah. And they belong to Thai Chamber of Commerce. They are the younger generation and family members from the committees.
So the brainchild of this is the Chamber of Commerce.
That's correct.
Starting off.
Yes.
Well, all of a sudden, why all of a sudden? Is it a sudden?
No, not as a sudden.
How do
my chairman, Kun Isra Wangkusonkit, is his vision is to create competitiveness for the country, and he found that the potential of and the future of this younger generation, and also the continuity of the business, business transformation to the modernized way. And also the last is the family type of business, family business.
So you talk about family type of business. That means Kun Isara or yourself or whoever, the head of the family or the head of the company must have a foresee. You must have sent your children already to be in line, right? It's not because of, okay, I'm getting old, we are getting old, let's discuss about it. Well, okay, you were there. It's not that. So it must be placed, it must be trained. Is it right? Is it because of the elders send the children for better education on the particular field?
The younger generation are the key driver. And these people, they're very energetic. Most of them are highly educated. They went to overseas for study. And when they come back, they sometimes work only in Bangkok. They're from provincial, but they work in Bangkok. And some of them, they work in overseas. They don't come back to Thailand. So Kun Isra, he foresees this. So he has a plan to set up this group so that they can gather together, right?
Yes, well, I think it is in a typical Asian society in mentality in the family business. In the beginning, you start to struggle with your business and try to make it work, and after a while, the existing generation, before they know it, they're in their 60s, in their 50s, and they start looking around for the next generation. And so it's a natural transformation to move to pass this over to the next generation. But is the next generation really ready for this? So this has been a different timing altogether. In the past, you started with nothing and you try and make it out in the real world. But with the last 20, 30, 40 years, many of the second generation, even third generations are being educated abroad, or even locally they've been educated in higher education. So they have been bringing in new management techniques, new information age, and it's about time for them to step up and step to the plate and do the show.
You're one of the young, to be considered young entrepreneur. So what did you see? You know what my point is, it's building up someone to go in line with the elder. It's not an easy thing, right? So how did you see them? How did you get into such a feeling, inspiration? How did you come to that point?
Well, being a parent myself and also being a children myself, you always see your kid as a kid, no matter how old they are.
Exactly.
I'm in the 40s, I'm in the late 40s, and my mom still calls me up to go back for dinner. So I think it's the same in business. Is that trust and nurturing nature of elders to the younger generation. But that is something that people have to try and work it out. The elders has to start being open-minded. You have to start letting the new generation come in, get them involved, and get them. Give them the stage to try things out. The younger generation needs to be patient. You need to learn and watch, and it's something that has been built by the older generation for so many years. Something has to be. They have to be doing something right. That's why the business is thriving, and it doesn't mean you come in and start changing things right away. You have to watch and learn and actually prove that you have the capability to earn their trust.
So what set the two generations of the entrepreneur apart when it comes to what ticks and what does not tick?
It's always, first of all, it's always the trust issues, and the younger generations comes in with the textbook knowledge, and they are very eager to try things out. So there's always a compromise. It's the difficult part, and there are a lot of fallouts that didn't work, is because nobody is patient enough to listen to one another. I think that is really the key that we need to keep stressing between family businesses. And they need to be, maybe it's a good idea to have an intermediary, maybe a long time professional in the company, or a long time someone in the middle age to come in and try and bridge the gap. But both sides, they have their merits. You just have to try and bring it together. And they all have a common goal to try and bring the company or their business to the next level. And it's very important, they have to try and work together.
Listening to you, I feel like, I still caught back in the olden day when the family members join together doing something. They tend to kill each other. Right? So in your case, I don't know. But how do you divide? I have to ask Dr. Date, because how do you look? Oh, this one's good for accounting. You keep the money. This one just go for sale. Do you that? How do you sell? I need really to know that, because how do you classify it? How do you choose? How do you go with it?
Well, we have the University of Thai Chamber of Commerce. And we send people to educate it just only for the family business. We have a lot of PhD that graduated, and they were studying focusing in family business. So in each different families, different type of method, how they do it. So the way of Thai Chamber of Commerce doing, we organize courses. We have the family business courses.
Yes.
We allow parents to talk to their children. The children and father talk to each other, and they share their view. They share their ideas. We stay together in a very remote area.
You lock them up.
They lock them up. Lock them up together.
Nice to hear that.
Yeah, and then they discuss, how they run the business. This is a very good course.
Yeah.
So also we have the program in a TV, channel 5, right? A family business run by UTCC, University of Thai Chamber of Commerce. So this is a very big issue for Thailand.
Yes,
the
it
family
is.
business.
It's to me also because well, we know because we can see the they have shops. They have the younger generation just to come and buy, selling things when I'm getting old. I just want to sit on the table to do something. But in this case, not. You see, there's the real management to be done, to be working on, right?
But just going back to what you asked earlier, it's really a process, and all businesses needs to know that at some point they need to pass on, they need to have a succession plan, and it's a process. So they have to start early, and it's not overnight that you think, okay, I'll give this to the second son, that to the third kid. It's a process. So you have to learn and watch. You have an idea, and you start to observe and give them time and try things out and see who excels at which area. So it is a process, and it's something that it has to be almost reminded, educated and advocated, so businesses a lot of time they are just struggling with their day-to-day matters, and they forget about this thing, and sometimes they leave abruptly, and that's where most of the problem occurs. Nobody knows what to do now.
When you talk about family, it's not the clan, it's a family.
It's a family.
That means brothers is only the small group, not the whole clan joining together.
It could be. It depends on different businesses. It differs from group to groups.
So TCC plays a grooming in these and upcoming entrepreneur, right?
Well, TCC has many programs, as Dr. Dave would be able to tell you more on the main pillars and some of the focuses that we do.
We have the 3 main pillars that we concentrate. The first is the competitiveness. Yes. And the second is the connectivities.
All right.
The networking.
Networking between each other.
Countries and the surrounded Asian. And also the third is corporate social responsibility.
Right.
The 3 main pillars which we try to drive out to the businesses. So the YEC, they are now trained. We have many different courses for the YEC, for the young people. First, we have the SEED, which stands for Sufficient Economy, Enterprise Development. And this one, we only pick the leaders, YEC leaders from each province to come together nationwide, 77 people together. And we stay together 5 days. And days and nights together for 5 days, and now they are very close to each other. We call seed number 1. The seed
to be grown.
Yes.
Now we plan for the seed number 2. Anyway, we have another one. It's called YEC LP, which is a leadership program. This is the program that we open for YEC. Any YEC can apply, and this course will focus on the leadership, and we'll also teach them to look over the marketing strategy and the border trade. We will take them to the border trade, and also we'll take them to see how the people develop SME. So this kind of courses is very intensive. And then the next one is that we have the support from the Ministry of Commerce. It's called YEND, Young Entrepreneur Network Development. And this one is the overseas business matching. So there are different courses that we have for them.
TCC has quite a number of members. So each member send their family members or what? At their will. They will send, they will do it or not up to their will, or it's a compulsory for them?
Well, we have TCC and the Board of Trade. TCC and Board of Trade, we have 80,000 members nationwide. So it consists of the association, trade association, and the foreign chamber, and also the provincial chamber, all together. So 80,000 members.
So what are the ethnical standard of the practicing when expecting from with the YEC member?
Well, we have an old saying that the old think, the younger will do, and the younger think, the older will support.
Is it not so?
No, it is. It is.
It is.
And the leader of the YEC, we appoint them. They have to be Deputy Secretary General of the Committee of Provincial Chamber. And the committee should be like a committee member of the or the children, the family members of the provincial chamber.
In a way, it's trying to design a succession plan for the chambers and the provincial chambers itself. So we would like people to get involved in the chambers, the work of our chambers, and the new generation to get involved in the work of the chambers, and then start to progress up the corporate ranking.
Yeah. When it comes to the seniority, and age, they are still very important for Thai society. So what are the key quality that will help them to go and stay in game? What are you expecting from them to do it?
Well, as I said, we try to let the leader be the deputy secretary general.
The leader, the elder.
Yeah, so that the leader understand the culture of the chamber. And as I said just before, that the older think, the younger do. So many of the activities that the provincial chamber has, they just appoint the YEC to do for them. They are the hands and the legs, to do all these activities for them. So it's a kind of train, that the goal and the way that provincial chamber move. So these people, they learn how to do that. So it's a kind of like training them. Yeah.
So there are some like big investments, some are smaller, or some are joint venture. So this is the fundamental factors. So how do you manage or aware of division? How do you go with it?
Well, there are different levels we're talking about. At the chambers level, we try and provide the training and the education and the skills that they need to move into the real world. At their own individual business level, their business landscape is going to change tremendously, especially with the advent of the AEC coming next year. So they have even to be even more updated with what's going on. I wouldn't say a problem, but the issue with the Thai businesses is we try to do things on our own, and we try to do what we know best in the country. The key thing is really to try and benchmark with the regional peers, and that is what we are trying to connect through the connectivity pillars. We try and show them what has been the best practices of the region, whatever sector they're in, what has been done and successful. We want them to be aware. We want them to get exposed to some of this more regional, international methods or techniques or information. So these are the things that we at the Thai chambers, we're trying to infuse into the young entrepreneur and let them become what they do best, but at the same time keep them up to date with the development of the region.
This is supposed to be, I mean, to your experience, have you heard about any other country have done this before, or this is the first ever in the Kingdom of Thailand?
No,
in the world.
Everywhere
they
have it.
Yes.
Everywhere they have it.
See, even on this point, we don't know about it. And every country or even region or provinces, they form their own little small network. And how do we become a nationwide network to then connect and linked up with the regional network? Every country has their own network. I mean, this has been around for many years.
So it's nothing new.
It's not
Nothing
You're
new,
nothing
nothing
scared to scare of the Thai.
Oh no, no. We need to embrace. We need to embrace. Yes.
So what is the obstacle of the young entrepreneur to face now? Is there any?
I think we are going through a different times. Like I said, there are so many things that they have to know. They have to keep up. And we can't keep up enough, not even at the core business group level. I think together we will try and do that, because everybody has their own field of expertise. Everybody has their own connection or their friends, their link somewhere. We need to pool all of that resources and share that resources.
We have now reached a point that where quick fish eat the slow one. Is that so?
Yes. That is the new thinking.
Yeah, we try to drive. We call it innovation. We try to drive this new business innovation. It means the new business process, or business model. I think last month we have the Board of Trade strategy convention.
Yes.
And we invite the professor Josh Aboni, and he told us that
he's what?
He's a management professor from Syracuse
from
University,
Syracuse,
in the US.
and he told us about the frugal innovation.
Okay.
This is very interesting because you can start innovating your business model just a little. You don't have to be a big research or a big investment. So this one is a competitiveness for us. So we try to tell our young, YEC to do this.
To this minute, to your experience, to the people you brought up, what in Thailand, the Kingdom of Thailand, do need or we lack of success, or we lag behind of some? Is there any faction that we lag behind other country?
Lag behind.
I think we have a lot of good stories to tell. I think being very Thai, we are not very good at articulating the stories. We're not very good at telling the stories or trying to show a big picture of the entire story. So we are good in pockets of areas, but in fact they are top best management in their own little field. But how do we showcase those businesses? How do we bring it forward? How do we make it a national agenda? How do we promote them overseas? I think that is the challenge that we are going through. And at Thai Chambers we are doing a lot of work in trying to promote SMEs and to make them increase their competitiveness.
We talk about the SME. This is one of the points that it's a high time for us to put a hand to help them out.
That's true. We have many activities and many projects to help the SME. For Thai Chamber of Commerce, now we are starting we call Thailand SME Center, which will incubate, and mentoring for all the SMEs. We even have we're going to have our headquarters in our office, in the Ratchabur Pit Road.
Okay.
And
that is the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
So where is it actually?
It's very near the Grand Palace. It's near the Old Town.
Near the Ministry of Interior, near that area.
That area. Interesting. I have a minute for you, Kun Det. It is very useful, and I need you to encourage or boost up for the younger generation who don't think that they should be in dealing with the business type, please.
Okay. Yeah. So I would like to invite most of you younger generation to stand up and join the Thai Chamber of Commerce as a member, and join us as a team, as YEC team, and we will help you to develop your business, your competitiveness, and we will have a very good cause for you, good friend, good companionship, and good network. So I think in the future you can go back to your hometown to develop your business for your own family and for the local, your province and the country.
Thailand Today appreciate the time of TCC Executive Dr. Det Churdsuwanrak and Kun Kasemsit Prathomsak spent with us to accentuate the importance of the grooming and nurturing young Thai entrepreneurs to prepare them for a new business. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. So thank you for watching Thailand Today. I'm Kusuma Yotha Smut and hope to see you again tomorrow then. สวัสดีค่ะ